Okay, so I do not think I wrote down the date of this dream. It was probably a month ago. Mm, 3 weeks ago. Easy. Okay. I didn't write it down and I didn't normally I don't think I recorded it. I might have recorded it. I'd have to go back. But I didn't know if I wanted to put it on or it was relevant, but it keeps coming up. Like it keeps getting brought up and brought back to me and things like that. So I'm going to put it on. Now, I don't understand. Every time I look this up, and I've had about two or three dreams about it or things brought up, every time I look this subject up, it has something to do with being Catholic or Catholic's belief or something like that. And I'm not Catholic, okay? But I do know that somehow I keep getting um, the Exodus out of Egypt and the the wrath of God there, the plagues, and dealing with the like 3 days of darkness. And that like maybe we're going through all the plagues before we're out. And we have our Exodus with the rapture with Jesus. So I don't know if this is going to be like a 3 days of darkness dream or just a tribulation dream. So here it is. And I wish I could draw the picture. Maybe I'll try and draw a picture and put it up. I don't know. Wish you could see it. So I was in a building, like a home. I just know that I was in one room of the home, like an open living room. And there was maybe 12 people. It felt like 12 people around, um, female and male. Okay. And all ages besides, I don't remember seeing really old or really, really like young, so like high school through like I'm late 40s. So, um, my age and, high school through late 40s or college through late 40s or something like that. Okay. Um, and we were kind of all sitting around, like wore out, like we had been training and we were there for training. Okay. And there was a man that was heading it. I, I don't know who, but there was a man that was heading it. And I was kind of standing and walking, and I really didn't know anyone. Specifically, I didn't know anyone, but I was looking amongst people and I felt kind of new there or something. I just felt like we had just all shown up and we were kind of getting to know each other in this training. And there was this girl that was probably in her 20s, and she was sitting like on a counter, just or a table or something against a wall or something like that. And I was kind of standing about, 10 feet from her. And like I said, we were all resting, like wore out a little bit. And she looked at me and she said, "Oh, I'm a seer too." So she said, "Oh, I'm a seer too." And in my dream, I had no clue what a seer was really. I mean, I read the Bible and I don't know why, maybe I've missed or went over that or something. But then I didn't say anything because then we were going out to start training again. Like, okay, rest is up, let's go. And it was my turn to train. It was my turn. So what I knew is that as everybody got up, um, I was going out and I was going to battle um, against someone. Okay. And as we were going out, the man that was leading this said, "Oh, you're going to go against him and him." And it was like, now I'm going to go against two males. Okay. And these males already, I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Whew, okay." Because these males were looking at them, they were big. Um, They weren't like Nephilim or giants, but they were like big, like giant-y or something. I don't know, like giants. And I thought they were brothers or something, but I don't know. Okay, so we were going out and we walked out the door and we went into like the yard. It was just green grass, and it was just the yard like in front and beside the building we were in. Um and from there you could see off in the distance a little bit like hills and a road in front of us and things like that. And like an actual road, like a one-way road. Well, not one way, you have a two-way, like you go one direction, the cars beside you go the other, and it leads up to the mountains or the hills. Okay. And we went to train in the yard. And what I knew about the training is that everyone else that wasn't training at that point stood in a circle. And you were in the middle with the person that you were like battling. And they would kind of like root you on, like not in a mean way, but it was like a training. It was like, okay, do this. Oh, good job. Okay, you've got this. You've got this. Keep going, type thing with the leader. And they're just kind of like, you're getting trained for battle. Okay. And they're all around you and being like loud and joyous, but loud and like, oh, you've got this, like strength and, kind of like, but you knew it was in the Lord. Okay. So, we were battling, and then all of a sudden something happened in the skies. Okay. In the distance, everyone stopped and looked up. And in the distance, I saw red, like red skies, just red. And it was like a sheet, like the whole sky was red and it was moving fast toward us, like taking up the whole sky. It was moving, like covering the whole sky fast. And when that happened, um, there, okay, there was this spaceship looking thing off to my left up in the sky, and it was big. And this man came out of the spaceship in the sky, okay, and he was sitting on this. Gosh, I wish I could draw it. He was sitting on this thing, kind of like an arm came out, like a mechanical um, oh gosh. He was sitting in this little like open cockpit thing, and you could move handles, and the arm like extended out like from the spaceship, and he was sitting on it and he was talking to us. He was looking down and he was talking to us. Okay. And as I looked at that and I looked in the distance past him to my right, like not to my right, but straight, but to the right of the spaceship, and I looked in the distance, there was like a person being taken up, like full body, being taken up. I saw the back of them to meet like an angel or something in the sky. And the person was going up. And I kind of looked, and the guy that was in that spaceship thing that was out talking to us goes, they'll be back soon. Okay. Don't worry, they'll be back soon, or something like that. And then I knew it was like time or action time. So then I started running, and my son was with me then. And I was going to try and get to a car because I wanted to get home to my daughter. And I went to get in the car, and I looked at the road and looked further down. I looked at the skies, just the red was just coming in quickly on us. And in my head, I could see the vision of the road I would have to go on to get to my daughter. It was like curvy and through the mountains at that time. And I knew we were further away from her. And I knew I wouldn't make it to her. So my son and myself, we started running, and everyone kind of scattered. That whole group scattered to different areas. Okay. And my son and I started running, and I ran up to this house. Um, that was close by. I don't know if I saw other houses, but I remember specifically I ran to this house. Um, and I ran in the door with my son. Okay, it wasn't locked or something. I ran in the door. Now, I'm going to give you every detail. Um, just don't take anything I ever say as being condescending or racial or anything. Don't put that in my heart. That's not of me. Like, I believe that sometimes every detail means something or leads up to something, or it may actually be someone you're dreaming about and they go, oh, that sounds like something I'm doing, or me. Okay. So we run in the house and I run upstairs, and there's a girl. So there's two children in the house, no parents, two children. And I don't know where the parents are. They were gone somewhere. Okay. Maybe they were taken. I don't know. But they were alone. The children were alone. And the girl, they were African American. I don't, okay. And the girl was sitting on her bed, like just doing something, maybe on a phone or tablet or something. I don't know. And she was probably like middle school age. Okay. And she was calm. She was just sitting on the bed, really didn't have anything. She wasn't surprised to see us. It wasn't like, oh, you're strangers. What are you doing in here? It was just, she was fine. Okay. The little boy seemed to be maybe like 8 years old, around 8 years old. And he was helping us. He was like, okay, and I don't know what I said to them, but he was like, okay. And then me and my son and the little boy ran downstairs into the kitchen, and we started covering the windows. Cover the windows, cover the windows, make sure everything's locked, closed. And we got to the front door, and the front door had like a window on it. It had the windows to the side, and then it had the dining room that you could see out the window, the dining room and the window up front. And the little boy had brought me something like stickers, like a sticker sheet, like that you use on a Cricut, so I could peel it and like put it on the windows so you couldn't see out and no one could see in. And he was helping us like cover and lock and put things on the windows. Okay. And as I went to cover the last window, like in the living room, I looked out and I saw um, animals dropping from the sky. So I wish I could remember. I wish I'd wrote it down, but it was like lion and bears and I want to say like zebra, but I'm not too sure on that one. I can't remember. But there were different animals and they were dropping from the skies. Okay. And they were everywhere. It wasn't like one animal here and like, 100 yards away, another animal. It was like rain. Like the animals were dropping and they were like just being placed there because they were ready to do whatever. They're like raw, whatever. But they didn't fall like on their sides or something when they came down. They like landed on their 4 feet, like their 4 hooves or whatever they had, 4 paws. They landed and they were just dropping. And I just looked and then I closed up the window, like covered it. Then I woke up. I don't know why I had that dream. I don't know why I had that dream. All I can say is everything always points back to Jesus, and that's where I'm pointing you back to. Be ready. He's coming. He's coming soon. Know him as your Savior. Put all your faith in Jesus. Put all your faith in Jesus. If you don't know him, know him.
Jesus, you deserve the praise. Worthy is your name. Worthy is your name. deserve